Good morning, my viewers. I was so happy to wake up and see you guys in my comments and all the likes, love, and support. I was thrilled to see the channel growing because it is a positive thing. So this is kind of a chit chat. It's really not going into a reading. We will be doing some updates later. I will also be doing the channeling with certain spirits dealing with Wayne Williams. One wants to come through very strong, okay? Baby Yusef, he was only, I believe, 9 years old. I'd have to go back and look. I remember briefly having contact with him when I really went heavy into this case a couple of years ago. And yes, little old me just busted it because I'm that good, okay? But busted most of it because, like you guys were saying, this case is huge, you guys. That's why I have to keep doing all these parts and chit chats with you guys. Excuse my voice, early morning. I probably do need some tea. Because again, I've had problems with my voice all week. And again, I think it's dealing with a lot of issues. I am doing a cleanse I've been doing for 3 days where I'm not allowed to eat. So I've been drinking nothing but water. And the only thing I have been eating is maybe a handful of raw cashews to cleanse the mouth. And it's a little frustrating because I'm hungry, y'all. But you do need to cleanse. And also when we do this as spiritual workers, it actually heightens your ability, believe it or not, to cleanse and fast, okay? So I've been doing that. It's very challenging, okay, to say the least. But I'm doing this for you guys. I want to get as much information I can. I want to connect as strongly as I can. So I've been kind of, well, starving. There you go. So I hope you guys appreciate all the work that we put into stuff like this, because not only do we risk ourselves, but we are trying to get a positive thing out there where people come together as a community and also understand these things are going on and do something about it. Now, no, we don't have billions of dollars. No, we don't have those types of powers to really bring down these types of operations. But one thing we can do is get the knowledge out there. Last night I want to talk about an experience. And again, look forward to the video of the channeling for the list victims. Also, again, I won't be able to do them all. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of channeling. That's a lot of spirits talking all at once. It's a little overwhelming, if you know what I mean. But I will be channeling those that I've picked up. And again, Baby Yusef, and I keep calling Baby Yusef because he was so young, you guys. It's so sad. The spirits wanted to tell me about him, and he also came through. He came through last night. So I will definitely be channeling him and some others. Look forward to that. It's very exciting. Nonetheless, I want to talk to you also about some things that I not only didn't have time to mention in some of these videos, but I feel it's very important that you know. These kids were lured in different ways. These people were lured in different ways. Wayne Williams also had a tactic besides using that record label. And this is very important. He would ask people to do odd jobs and say he would pay them for it. Okay. This is another way that he not only, I feel, got adults, okay, but also got some of those children as well. So there was other tactics, okay, that he used. It wasn't just the record label and stuff like that. I did get some things again with Yusef. I don't want to tell it on this video because that'd be a spoiler. So basically, he would ask these people, you know, do you want to make some money? This was kind of the bottom line. You know what I mean? So do you want to make some money? I have a job that you can do. All right. Let me take you to the location so that I can show you what needs to be done. Now, you know, after that, it's bad. All right. So this was another tactic that he used. All right. I get there was several others, but these main two were like his main thing, but I feel like he got other kids in different ways as well. Also, I want to go into some other things. Now, the mayor of Atlanta, the female recently, the younger female, nice looking lady, actually said that she was doing a update on the Atlanta child murders case with the list, the victims. What they did find, which I don't know why it's taken so long or why we haven't really got a serious update on the information, but I do know that one of the, would you say scientists, the ones who does the forensics, right, had mentioned, you guys, this was the last thing that they mentioned too. And the first thing that they found that was very significant. And what have I told you guys is that more than one hand is in this. Okay, this is a multi-operation, a ring, if you will. And it goes so deep, it's so down a rabbit hole, you wouldn't believe it. If I really told y'all the nitty gritty on this, I really got down to it, could you really handle it, is what I want to know. Because some people can't handle the truth. There's big names in this, y'all. I'm talking big. This is why it's so rough for them to really not only tell y'all the 100% truth, all right? But to put that information out there, not only is it risky, and I'm saving my candles for later. I need to go candle shopping too. But anyways, back to the subject. It's risky, it's deep, it's a rabbit hole, it's dark. It's, I can't tell you how my energy has been drained these past couple days. I knew it. Every time I do the Atlanta child murders, it's so draining, y'all. It takes my energy, and it's so, and I don't want to get emotional. Oh my God, y'all, it's so sad. Okay. What was done to these children? Oh my goodness. These crime photos and the things these children have told me, you guys. I can't. Just give me a minute. Because this ring was full of sickos, okay? And people who were actually requesting certain things from these children were sickos. But sickos who could pay big bucks, okay? And it's just, I can't. Oh my God. Now, again, when I'm going into these wonderful children, because I don't care if they thought they were drop shots. I think they were wonderful children. I've connected to them. They're very gifted. They're very respectful. They're sweethearts. They want to tell a lot of information. They want their story out there. It's so hard to do each one because they're so ready to tell everything. You know what I mean? And they just think I'm just so sweet because I was connecting to Yusef last night and he kept telling me, you know, you're really a nice person. I'm like, you know, I try to be. I'm not perfect. Do you know what I mean? And they love that I'm getting these messages out there about what's really been going on, okay? It's so ABCD to say, okay, Wayne Williams was the killer. We know he was the killer, right? But again, there's more to it than him just being a killer. And again, this rabbit hole, y'all. These names that have come up, they've even given me names of people, honey. All right? It's mind-blowing. It's what it is. Now, some of these people are dead. You know, this happened way back in the day. So luckily, there's a such thing called death where people definitely get their karma. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I will tell you that one of the people, a very important person, slash judge, all right, at that time, he died in 1981. It's kind of funny how when he died, things sizzled down or disappeared. Also, when Wayne Williams went to jail, if you've noticed, things disappeared. Did y'all notice that? All right. So we are dealing with something real shady, y'all. And they just wanted to shut the door, lock the lock, turn the key, and throw it. Well, we're not satisfied because, again, we want answers. It's too simple to blame this on a Ku Klux Klan group, which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you're a person who just believes whatever, hey, it's not a bad cover-up, you know, but no, okay? Were some of these people that did this racist? Absolutely. Was this ring, the people that were higher up in it, racist? Absolutely. Does that have any significance with the case? No. Because hey, what does that have to do with anything? The thing is that I told y'all the reason the black children were requested and selected is because that was the top thing at the time. Now, that does change with time. Sometimes it's different children who look a certain way, however they do their thing, whatever the request. Now, anyways, getting back to the facts. I don't believe Wayne Williams killed all these children. Do I believe he had something to do with a lot of these children? Yes. I want to go into, now as you know, Yusef did not have on any shoes. Or was that Yusef? I do believe, I don't know, I have to go back, you guys. I think I read somewhere years ago that he was going to the store and he didn't have on shoes. Now I know there's another little boy too that walked to the store and he didn't have on no shoes. So I'm really trying to remember who in the world I was connecting with. But I do know that Yusef came in very strong last night. I mean, they even said his name. So, and then I remembered, oh my God, I gotta go back and look at the list. There he was, Yusef Bell. I said, I remember that name. Okay, that was very interesting what happened. Also, I don't know why the mother just doesn't want to believe that Wayne Williams did this, but I think it's time. I'm sorry to say that he has a hand in your son's murder in some way, shape, or form. I got about 5 or 6 times that he was drugged, okay? I don't know if they picked that up with his body or his autopsy. I do know this boy was murdered in a horrific way. Horrific. Now, I don't know why she doesn't want to. I think she's getting closer to wanting to believe it. I think she is. because the facts are the facts. Um, but she's still kind of in denial. I don't necessarily know why. I think it's because she feels like, oh, they're just trying to pin it on him and there was something bigger going on, which she's right. There was something bigger going on. But I do believe, and what I got from the session is that Wayne Williams definitely has something to do with Yusuf. Now, they wouldn't even told me like that, you know, because all I said was, tell me about Wayne Williams. And the spirits yelled, Yusuf. And then I also heard the spirit saying, he's one smart dude. And I looked up his story again. I'm like, yeah, I remember he was really smart in school. Well, they didn't say dude. They say he's one smart guy. So I'll give the spirits a little more credit than that. I say stuff like dude and all that. But they was like, he's one smart guy. And then I looked up his, you know, story again. And I'm like, he was a really smart guy. I remember he was doing well in school. I know this sounds crazy, y'all, but I believe Wayne Williams was jealous of that. And it reminded him kind of his childhood when he was doing really good academically. And then what a loser he really was. You know what I mean? So there was actually something personal in that murder, you guys. I know that sounds crazy. And I believe that's why he was murdered so brutally. There's so much connected to this case that it's just, oh my goodness. The things I have read and seen, my eyes. It's a rough one, y'all. Okay. So anyways, what boggles me is when the scientists did the testing of the DNA, okay? Again, she did find there were several people involved, not just one person, and I again told you guys that. So we can't just stick the sword in Wayne Williams and say, oh, that's it. We're not satisfied with that, even though he is very guilty in a lot of these. It's just we can't end the road there is what I'm saying, because this road goes way down. Also, they told me something. Again, I was telling y'all about the big names. It took me 2 or 3 years, y'all, to finally get a name. And I don't know if I can repeat that on here, because I kept saying, who's this judge? Who's this judge? Who is this person who puts criminals away? Who is this? Who is this? They kept trying to steer me there. And I finally got it clear as day. I don't know if it's because I was fasting or what. Clear as day last night. I want y'all to do y'all's own research. I'm not going to be busting out names on here. It's kind of unprofessional and it's unsafe, you guys, okay? So I want you to do your research of who was, you know what I'm saying, in that time frame that these murders were happening, who was Attorney General, okay? So we will go past that. And again, this thing is big. We're going into big names, people with power. And that's why they really want to shy away from touching this thing, you know? So let me see what else I want to put in here that I failed to mention. Yeah, I'm really upset too that those parents covered up a lot of things. They knew what type of dude Wayne was. He just wasn't no good. You know, anybody who slaps their own mama, I don't like them. You know. Let's see. I got a lot of bad things by him. Again, he's very abusive. But he was abused. But still, he's just not a good person, you guys. This dude should never get out of that jail cell. I also got to as far as the murder case. And the reason I was saying he's kind of like a black Jeffrey Dahmer. A lot of these cases, again, I get are compared to other cases, other murderers. Because as you know, it's like a pattern. I don't know what planet they're from, right? But it's like they share very similar characteristics, if you will. And it's very interesting. So I really believe, even though Jeffrey Dahmer definitely came after Wayne Williams, it's still a lot of similarities, you guys. I think Wayne Williams was in the stages of experimentation, meaning he became sicker and sicker as time went on, and I feel he was going to try new things. All right. There's evidence that he has cut up some of these bodies, you guys, and taken out certain parts and things of that nature. And I want to say it was maybe cannibalism the next step for him or something. It's kind of weird what I'm getting with that, but I think he was just getting sicker and sicker and wanting to go further and further into his ways of killing. This is why also you see there's not a specific pattern. Like some were strangled, some were shot, some were stabbed, some were beat over the head, whatever have you. Okay. They were murdered in all different kinds of ways. And I think he kind of played with his diversity of the way that he killed. All right. And not only that, it was a great way to throw off cops as well. Because you don't want to stick to a pattern too tough, because then they say, oh, this is just too easy. He's doing the same thing over and over, so we know what to expect. It was also a way to cover up them just going after one particular person. So it had its, purposes. And I also feel like, again, he kept souvenirs like, pictures, mementos, artifacts, you know what I mean? Like things off the bodies, But again, I think these parents are starting to say, okay, if it was Wayne, it was Wayne. If he had something to do with it, he has something to do with it. They're coming out of that denial stage. Also, there was a lot of sightings where people said, oh, it was a light-skinned man. I really feel like, Wayne Williams is not dark-skinned, you guys. He's on the lighter side, So I feel like in the black community, I could have been considered light-skinned, okay? And that this light-skinned male was usually seen with a dark-skinned male. So I said, oh my goodness, Nathaniel Cater. And Wayne Williams would run tough with Nathaniel Cater because they were lovers. Is that the part y'all don't want to hear? And he was lovers with the other guy too that he murdered. All right, let's go past that. So they also helped him with this organization. He talked them into it. Did he give them what he promised? We're talking about kind of how Diddy does people when he promises them things. They do things. They don't get what they expected. This is another thing like that, okay? So, and that's the reason they were found floating, because he didn't want to do what he promised them he was going to do. And he's a thief and a liar. He's a huge narcissist, okay? So you can't trust anybody like that. But I said, okay, was he running with Nathaniel Cater? Now, the woman said that the man was 6 feet tall. And sometimes when we give descriptions, we can be off a little bit. So Nathaniel Cater was about, or looked about 6 feet tall, especially to probably a shorter woman, and 180 pounds. Now, he was 140 some pounds, but to a woman, again, he probably did look, big. Because even, I feel like in his photos, he looks tall and, not bulky, but tall. So she could have been off on the height and also the weight, excuse me. I'm still getting over whatever that was last week too. So she could have been off on descriptions, and most of the time people are. That's what makes it so hard to find people. Sometimes they can be off on descriptions. But I said, okay, what I feel like was Wayne Williams sometimes was running with Nathaniel Cater when he was doing these kidnappings. All right, what else? I did tell y'all that the mother did cover up a lot of things. I did tell you people knew Wayne Williams, not all like that, but knew of him in the communities. He was not a face that was unseen. He also did offer these children money. And back then, y'all, $20 was a big deal to a kid. Back then. See, I know a lot of these kids, they were smart, okay? And I don't feel they would have necessarily went with a stranger, if you know what I'm saying. I really feel like Yusef has seen him before. He was comfortable, because they had seen him just getting into the car. So I wouldn't necessarily say that Wayne Williams was a total stranger. Excuse me. I'm really trying to get my voice back. Again, I feel he would always use a weapon as a scare tactic. A weapon of some sort, and I feel like he had different ones. He was experimenting with different weapons too. Because I feel in his mind it was boring to kind of do the same thing. He wanted to make this kind of an adventure. He did keep things. There's a lot of evidence that was destroyed. I keep getting that trap door too. In that house, a lot of explicit pictures, souvenirs. I get things you can't even explain that he kept in there. Maybe maps of some sort, or things that if you saw it, you'd be like, what is this? But he understood what it was. I also get, you guys, he switched out cars. I've been saying that over and over. He used different aliases. I do know that too. And this was, again, exciting for him to do these things. It's like he was playing out a role. He likes to do stuff like, you know, play cop or play different people. I think he told most of these kids he was a cop. Yeah, I gotta get home before I arrest you. Oh yeah, this dude's crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, he isn't wrong. A lot of these kids shouldn't have been out, y'all, at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, this is facts. All right. I forget which kid it was I channeled, and I was saying, I just wish your mother would have been more careful with you, you know. And he told me, no, don't say that. Don't say nothing bad about my mom. He said, because she had to work all the time to support us. And I said, okay, I'll give you that, you know. Again, a lot of these families were in poverty and parents worked 2 or 3 jobs and the kids were just doing what they wanted to do. All right. And he was like, do not talk about my mom. And I understood it. I respected that, you know. It was a different time then too, you guys. Like, it was just different. I don't know how to explain. It was more carefree for children. We actually did run, laugh, and play. And you know, it was just I don't know how to explain. We were just more alive, it seemed like. I get, you know, he knew where to hang out at. He knew where these kids would be accessible. He knew what to say. He knew what to do. He knew how to lure them. That's because I feel like Wayne Williams has been victimized himself, you guys. He knows what to do. He knows what to say. He's definitely not a rookie at his craft, okay? But I think because of his weird energy, a lot of them, they were scared of him. But sometimes he'd come off aggressive. Yeah, he's just weird. What's this thing about him always wanting to be different people? I get. Yeah, he'd have different jobs, different. I don't really think they got to a point they didn't even care about evidence, y'all. They just want to throw him in there and throw away the key. Because, again, this thing was too much. These murders were too much. The way they was finding these kids would make your toes curl back. It was really sad. I saw one of the people, one of the guys that was on this case actually cry, you guys. That's how intense this is. And then when I'm picking it up, reading it, it's just, oh gosh, it drains me so bad. It's scary, you know, it's spooky. And I feel like they kind of got the same findings because he was saying, yeah, I really feel like this was a ring of some sort. The great detectives knew what time it was, you know. And they did find out certain things, but they had to be quiet. Because, again, it's big. Now, obviously, they're not going to throw Ku Klux Klan members in jail, y'all. Let's just be real. So, they couldn't pin it on that, you know what I mean? But they could definitely pin it on Wayne. Or a lot of these, I feel like he didn't have a hand in, but they're still going to pin every one of these kids on the list on him. But I don't really feel like he killed all those kids on the list, y'all. Some, yes, not all. I also don't think he was alone all the time. I do believe he had an accomplice on most of these. I get Nathaniel Cater very, very, very strong as like some type of running buddy with him or something. Like I told you, it was lovers. The other guy, let me look up his name. The chubbier one, kind of in the face. What in the world is his name in my phone? Is it being slow? I am going to get a new phone in my life. I got like 5 of them, but I just need like a really updated, you know, glamorous. Let me see here. Wayne Williams. I don't want to type this trash on my phone. Wayne Williams. Victims, maybe I'll come up with that. What is his? Payne. Payne is his last name. Jimmy Ray Payne. 21 years old. Nathaniel Cater, 27. Who in the world is John Porter, William Barrett? See, I told you it was several people. I don't know why they closed the case on these two. They're saying John Porter, 28, William Barrett, 17, was also attributed to Williams. So I get these were maybe employees and people he was potentially messing with, you know. But I feel he was also lovers with Jimmy Ray Payne. Or he got him a time or two. Because his thing was kind of, that's why I keep comparing him, y'all, to Jeffrey Dahmer. His thing was to drug people or wait till they drunk or real high and then do what he do. That's why I was comparing that. I don't even feel like he could do most of those without that. Because it felt strange to him, believe it or not, that he was doing this act in this way. You know, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, the nerve to have any shame when he doesn't. Jimmy Ray Payne was doing odd jobs for him. Okay, come on. Doing odd jobs for him. That's how he suckered him in the mix. You know, I got a way of wording things, y'all, so just stick with me. Eventually got him into, you know, that. out he was a liar, y'all, that's when he had to get rid of him. When that mask had to come on. But I get very strong Nathaniel Cater. They were definitely lovers, y'all. Definitely. All them rumors about seeing them together, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. I think he did someone before he killed him, too. Oh, goodness. I wish we would have had DNA evidence strong. Well, he definitely did these murders anyway. Okay, well, what were they wanting? Payment and answers. They wanted payment and answers. And they wanted out. They wanted to do some other type of criminal stuff. They didn't want to do this no more because it was getting hot and involving kids, and they just wanted. They didn't want to make a career of this. Wayne Williams would have stuck with it. He didn't care. Ooh, I just John Porter. Man, I read y'all. Again, I think potential employees. I keep saying potential employees. Okay. Oh wow, he kept his share of lovers, y'all. Alright. Narcissists normally do because they use them. Yeah, they were just used for, his own benefit. Again, this employee mess. And to do odd jobs for him and stuff. But he would never pay him like he said he was going to pay him. That was always the issue. He never delivered what he said he would. Well, what do you expect? He's a narcissist. Jimmy Ray Payne, Nathaniel Carter, didn't want to come through. It's fine. And I want you to go on somewhere because I don't like your energy either. Accomplice, you were an accomplice with this one, okay? Distributing of the body, distributions of the bodies. Distribution of violence. Wow. Okay, on some of these they helped him get rid of some of these bodies, so. So I just get rid of these kids, Okay. Are you saying get rid, like you helped him relocate these bodies, or you just helped him like get these kids off somewhere? Is that what you? Okay, a little bit of both. That's not really explained. Something like that. Okay, that's not anything. Different things, you guys. They had different jobs, different odd jobs. Taking kids and I just get the word distribution of the kids. So maybe they were helping get them somewhere, take them somewhere. Everybody had a job. I'm sure people came in like when he was done with something and did something else. You know what I mean? Again, it's just like working for a company, or employees, co-workers working together, helping each other, you know. Definitely Nathaniel Carter, Jimmy Ray Payne has strong knowledge of this organization and definitely helped him with it. But when they wanted out and wanted their payment, it was a problem. Because he was afraid they would snitch or tell on him because they was mad about their money, you know what I mean? So yeah, they gotta go. That's it. Well, that's business, you guys. And I'm still trying to figure out with John Porter, William Barrett. I'm gonna figure it out with y'all. This boy's only 17 years old. I get they were doing little odd jobs for him too, but it's different with those two. It's something else I feel like. Oh my goodness. Okay, the William Barrett guy, you know, he's only 17. I feel like he was luring some of the kids for him. Getting kids around his age group. Okay. John Porter, what's your thing here? And also I feel like, I don't know why, I feel like John Porter and Wayne Brett was doing some different things too. Like I said, they were all doing different odd jobs and stuff like that. John Porter was maybe even a little bit of stuff with drugs too. You see, a little bit, nothing major, y'all. John Porter was oh yeah, he died quick. I gotta look those two up and really get into that one. Very interesting, y'all. Channeling. Let's see what else I can get. Alright, so we're gonna do the list a little bit later. I need to do some more meditation and speaking with the spirits and different things like that. So you guys, I love all the support. Please, I said please like, share, comment, subscribe. We got more coming with the Wayne Williams, so stay tuned and have a wonderful day.